I was born in Charleston, South Carolina, but I was raised in Richmond, Virginia.
How old were you when you moved?
When I moved, I would say I was maybe about 11 or 12, I would say.
And was it out of your control, or do you know the reason why you guys moved at that age?
Well, in South Carolina, I was living with my grandparents. Shout out to them. And my mom was already in Richmond, so, you know, I just decided to go up there with her to Richmond. I just stuck with it. I liked it. So I just stayed in Richmond, Virginia. Is
it a certain part of Charleston, or you said Charleston, correct?
Yeah,
certain part of Charleston or Richmond that you represent specifically?
Yeah, in Charleston it would be North Charleston. In Richmond, I would say Southside Chesterfield. So, yeah.
Now that's interesting. Why is your grandparents raising you your first 11 years?
Well,
explain how that happened.
Yeah, my mom and father, they were never like together, you know, so my dad was still in South Carolina. My mom was in Richmond where, you know, her husband, my dad was with his wife, you know, so I just stayed with my granddad. So was just chilling with them until I decided to, I guess, go with my mom.
Just curious why you stayed with your granddad and not your dad, though. And that's what that was your granddad on his side of the family, right?
My mom's side.
Oh, your mom's side of the family.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your dad's side.
Yeah. Shout out to.
So even though your mom was in Richmond, and your grandparents on her side were in Charleston, and your dad was in Charleston, you still stayed in Charleston.
Yes, sir. With my grandparents.
Okay. Still curious now why you weren't with your mother that whole time.
Well, I was young, so back then I used to ask myself too. Like, why wasn't I with my mom or my dad? But I had fun. I learned a lot with my grandparents, so they took real good care of me and stuff. So I used to visit, you know, my dad all the time. I used to be with my mom, you know, but I always used to come back home to my grandparents.
So at 11, you were back with your mom?
Yes, sir.
Full time?
Yes, sir. In Richmond, Virginia.
Was that hard for you to adjust, or is that pretty easy for you to adjust from having the guidance of your grandparents to now your mother?
No, it wasn't hard at all, I would say, because, like I said, I always had a connection with my mother and my father. That wasn't ever the issue, just that I was staying with my grandparents. So, like I said, I would visit. So when I went there, I adjusted real well. You know, a lot of people adapted to me, made some friends, started playing football the first time. So it was good when I moved.
But, you know, different households have different rules. So maybe stuff may have been easier in a certain way living at your grandparents, and might be different living with your mom. Might be stricter, might be looser. Might be, I don't know, the same.
Well, you know, grandparents, they protected, so I would say moving with my mom, I was a little more free, you know, willing to go outside, you know, when I was younger, hang with my friends. Yeah, we used to play football till, like, nighttime, so, yeah.
I would think it might be the other way around, like you might be able to, you know, hide things or slip away under your grandparents' nose compared to maybe your mother.
Nah, man. My nana, she be on it. I can't do all that with them, so. Yeah,
would you say you had a strict upbringing those first 11 years, or?
No, I wouldn't say strict. I would say it was a lot of love. You know how grandparents be, don't play about their grandchildren, so that's all it was. Yeah, it wasn't strict. I had a good childhood.
Now, aside from the family guidance and the different households, growing up, what was it like in Charleston for you, or Richmond? Can you paint the picture for us?
In Charleston, growing up, I did a lot of things. My grandparents, I sung in the choir when I was younger. I used to really just hang with my friends, you know, go to elementary school. Me and my friends, we just climb trees, you know, the kid thing. So you'd be in the choir, so I was always around music and stuff, especially when I was younger. So I had my first drum set in Charleston. So I would say I was a adventurous kid when I was in Charleston. I did a lot of things, ride bikes, you know, fishing.
Playing outside.
Yeah.
The traditional upbringing. Yeah. Things are different now. It's a lot of video games, computers, electronics, technology.
Yeah. I was just outside back then.
I've heard people complain kids aren't outside enough growing up nowadays. You hear that when it was the opposite before.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
A lot of kids indoors. Okay, now that was Charleston. What about Richmond? Can you paint that picture for us? What was that like growing up in Richmond for you?
Growing up in Richmond, I was beginning to find myself like I started playing football when I first went to Richmond.
Okay,
I
sports.
played for the Bethlehem Bears. Yeah, that's what it was. And I fell in love with football when I first moved to Richmond. All I wanted to do was play sports when I went up there.
Did you play in high school?
Oh, yes, sir. I went to Meadowbrook High School. I played almost every position for real. So I was supposed to be going to school for football, but you know.
You mean like an athletic scholarship?
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be going to. I did go to Shawan University to play football, but you know, some things happened, so I decided, you know, stick with music. I started writing music and stuff a lot when I was at Shawan and while I was in high school, but I got serious in college.
When you say some things happen, are you able to provide any details?
I just want focus in college. I ain't gonna kick it. I just want focus. I just want focus. That's all.
When you say not focus, you mean like partying, getting into other social type of activities, or?
Yeah, I was a party guy. I was the goofy party guy, man. Me and my boys, we were just
very into women.
Yeah, just living it up. You know, the college things, man.
I see. I want to, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I kind of want to back up a little bit. Just growing up for you, was it a rough upbringing? Not really. How would you clarify?
I wouldn't say it was rough. I would say it was smooth. Some transitions, but I think I know I adapted well to what I was doing, and moving around, so everything was really good for me.
Sound like you were an angel growing up. I mean, did you get into trouble at all?
Oh no, I'm not. I wasn't an angel. Yeah, I was a kid. Yeah, I got in trouble. I did. You know, did my dirt, did some things.
What was the most serious thing you got into?
As a kid?
Yeah.
The most serious thing.
In your upbringing. Anything crazy?
Crazy. I think I got
out of the norm.
Out of the norm. Shoot, I remember I got in trouble for fighting at daycare one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was crazy. My grandma wasn't really too happy about that.
But I mean, you're a young boy growing up.
Yeah.
Boys get into fights.
Yeah.
It's understandable. It's not too crazy.
Yeah.
What about school? What type of kid were you in class, generally speaking, in your school years?
I wasn't class clown. I was goofy. I was really goofy. I like to joke a lot.
Did the joking ever turn into bullying, or was it just mostly like roasting people, that sort of thing?
Yeah, no bully. I was cool with basically everybody, so not no bullying. Yeah, we just crack jokes on each other all the time, especially in the locker room and stuff like that. So how serious? I know you talked about sports and you were playing football and you had a passion for that, but you also mentioned that you were exposed to music when you were back in Charleston. You had the drum set and you were in the choir and that sort of thing. Did that carry on while you were in high school perhaps, or was it just strictly the sports stuff? Were you rapping at all, maybe in high school? Yeah, I was rapping in high school, yeah. I used to do talent shows with my boys. We made this song called Don't Need You. It was my boy J-Rock Joe, my boy Kill. We made this song, and like, when we made it, everybody was rocking with it in high school. This is like back then, it was crazy. And then me and my friends were just talking about it the other day, but everybody had like that song when I was in school. And then we did the talent show. I remember like girls, everybody's running up on stage, to the stage when we was on performing. And then we got disqualified because we was too lit for the school. Yeah, but we was rapping in high school.
Did the rapping start before high school for you? And if so, what age do you think it was?
I think, yeah, it started in high school. I would say that. I remember in middle school, we just, just freestyling, walking around. I ran track stuff, so we just freestyling in high school. Yeah, that's when we started rapping.
Did you battle classmates? Were you that type of person or not really?
Nah, I don't really battle, nah.
But the talent shows, yes.
Yeah, I used to love the talent shows. And
what about
shows.
What about like pep rallies and stuff? Did they ever let you guys perform? I mean, if you were so lit, you got disqualified, maybe you would be perfect for a pep rally. Fire the kids up.
Yeah, we did perform. We had made we was playing around, we made a football anthem. It was one pep rally. I think it was my senior year. They let us perform that song at the pep rally. It was a football anthem for Meadowbrook.
I've talked to somebody before, and they made a rap diss song of another school's football team, and that got popular for them.
Oh, yeah. Nah, we ain't really make no diss.
You know, because some schools have rivalries, strong rivalries between different high schools and stuff.
Yeah, I think everybody hated Metal Bro. But we ain't make no diss song. We just made like a lit song for us in the locker room to go out to and, you know, do what we had to do in the field. But the song turned out good. We did perform at one pep rally. I do remember.
So you graduated high school, and you got that scholarship for football at, how do you pronounce that college?
Chowan University.
Okay. And why that school for you? Did you get any other athletic scholarship opportunities at any other schools, or was that just the school that was primarily interested in you and you took that on because of that?
Yeah, I had some schools looking at me. I had Old Dominion. I went to Virginia Tech for a combine. Okay. But like I said, my grades in high school weren't really all that, so I had to stick with Chowan. But it was, you know, it was school. Yeah.
Now, you dropped out of college?
Yeah, I did drop out of college. After, I'd say about 3 semesters.
3 semesters?
Yeah.
And if you drop out of college, you lose the scholarship.
Yeah.
And what was your parents' reaction to that?
It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Yeah. You know, moms won't, you know how parents is. They want you to finish school. Mom's weren't happy. She wasn't happy at all.
When you think back, you know, just in your life, do you regret that decision of dropping out? Do you wish you would have stayed in it and completed college with the use of that scholarship?
No, I wouldn't say that. I can't lie. I miss football sometimes, but schoolwork, no, I don't miss that. I can't lie. And the music been going good, so I just been going with the flow.
Did you rap while you were in college also, in those 3 semesters?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Me and my boy, Aki, RP Aki, man. We used to rap all the time, and my boy Blake in college. I remember we used to put the mic in the closet and just, you know, spit, make some songs.
People knew you rapped?
Yeah.
In college?
Yeah, they used to play our song in you know, like we had a club next to the school sometimes, so if we throw a party, they'll play the song we did in college.
Did you gain a fan base, do you think, for your raps in college? I know some people tell me, you know, college was great for them experience-wise because they were able to, you know, add on to their fan base.
Yeah. Yeah, I say I had a good fan base. You know what I'm saying? We'll walk around campus, people be like, I like that song y'all did, you know, so people always was paying attention to us, so, yeah.
Okay, now after you drop out, how long before did the rap become a serious thing for you, that career choice? Was it right away, okay, I've dropped out, let's do this rap thing seriously, or is it, okay, I dropped out, let's go get a regular job, or I dropped out, let's go into the streets and do the street thing? Like, give me how everything played out up until this point.
Well, when I dropped out, I ain't never really give up on school. I used to go to a little community college. I never gave up on school, but it's just, I got to the point where I was like, school not for me. So I would say maybe after, a year after, I got me a little job, you know, just working on music.
So you drop out, and then how soon before you start community college?
I would say, after I dropped out, I would say a couple of months after. You know, I went to John Tyler. Yeah, a couple of months after, I went to community college. Like I said, I never really gave up on school, but it just got to the point where I was like, it's not for me.
So you going to community college, was that your parents kind of telling you, hey, we still got to do this college thing even though you dropped out? Or was that self-motivated for you to go back?
Yeah, I'll say it's my parents. You know, my mom, she loved me when I played football, so she used to like push me until I finish it. But yeah, school just wasn't for me.
Okay, so after that, the community college thing, you do a job. Or while you were in community college, you do the job.
Yeah, while I was in community college, I was working.
And what did you do exactly? What job did you have?
Shoot, I worked with my mom. She got a little cleaning business, and I worked at IHOP as a server.
Any other jobs you had just during your upbringing aside from those two?
Yeah, I used to work for a little mail company too, Richmond Direct. I worked with my parents a lot. I did landscaping at one point. I had to quit that, but yeah.
Any of those jobs you mentioned tough?
Well, the landscaping one was tough. I would say that was probably the toughest. That's like, he was working out every day in the heat.
Any crazy stories dealing with any of those jobs you mentioned? Anything that happened out of the norm?
I remember one time I was cutting some grass. This dude, he had a big crib. I was cutting his, how you say it, pruning the bushes.
Okay.
And then it's like 2 snakes reached out at me trying to snap at me. So after that I was like, oh no, I told him I couldn't cut his bushes no more. I had to go to the front yard. I had to get somebody else to do that. I don't like snakes.
Think it was a nest or something going on over there, or they just happened to just be in that bush, or?
I think it just happened to be there. I wasn't really trying to figure out why they were there. I just got away.
Big snakes or little garden snakes or what?
It was like, I don't want to say a black mama. It was black. It was big. Yeah, it was big. I don't know.
And it was 2 of them?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Like a couple? Like you think they were family members, or?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. One was smaller, so I guess
that could be scary.
Like a baby, yeah.
Because you're not expecting it, I assume.
Yeah.
And they just...
Yeah, almost got bit. It was crazy.
They were territorial, it sounds like, of that bush.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy.
Did you even finish the job, or did you just...
I didn't finish. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't finish.
Quit these jobs, got fired from these jobs. What ended up happening? Because you mentioned several different jobs. So did you quit most of them? Fired from them? Or how did...
I quit the landscaping one. You know, I've been working on and off with my parents all the time. I always help them. So I just left there to go to the mail company because they were paying better. That's all it was.
Is that tough working at a job where your family members are? Do they, you know, because for instance, if something's happening in the family household, it can be brought onto the job, you know what I mean? You guys are working together and it's, hey, if I'm mad at you about this, then I may still be mad at you at the job place, the workplace. So is that like, you know, sometimes I'll talk to somebody and having a family or being part of a family-owned business is a good thing, but then sometimes people are like, man, I'll never work with family members again, that sort of thing. So how was it for you, working with family?
Working with my family, I wouldn't say it was hard. It was, I mean, my mom expected a lot out of us because, you know, we are her sons, you know, her daughters. But my mom never really brought issues out of the house. She was more to keep it in the house, you know. It's a place of business type. Even if she was mad, you wouldn't know it.
Did she have other employees aside from you?
Oh, yeah. She got a couple of employees.
Did she treat you differently than her other employees because you were family? Like, was she like more like tougher on you because you were a family member than the other employees, or expected more from you because you're a family member?
No, I would say she would ask me to do the most things because, you know, I'm her son, but I think she treated everybody the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really, no favoritism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, just thinking back and reflecting, do you wish you would have went, after high school was over, do you wish you would have went straight into the music career choice? Do you wish you would have bypassed the college experience, the football stuff, going back to community college, and just went straight to the music? Or are you glad you have experienced what you have that had played out in your life? Looking back, if you could do it all over again, what would you have done? Still kept it the same, or would you have just, hey, let's get rid of all this stuff and go straight to the music, I know what I want to do?
Nah, I say I keep it the same, you know. I say everything happens for a reason, so I learned a lot, you know, I lost a lot, gained a lot. And like I said, the music's doing good, so I wouldn't change anything. I am Caurey Lo because of, you know, what I've been through and all that, so yeah. I wouldn't change
regrets?
No regrets, no regrets.
Now, give me some advice. Somebody watching this, let's say they're just graduated high school themselves. Let's say they have a passion for music. Doesn't necessarily have to be a rapper like yourself. It could be a DJ, a producer, an engineer, a music video director. I don't know. There's different positions in rap, hip-hop, urban music industry. Let's say they have a passion for it. do you tell a person, and circumstances could be different for everybody, but generally speaking, somebody watching this, do you tell a kid, when they're done with high school, go straight into that music, that passion for music, that music choice, that music career? Or do you tell a person, if they can continue their education in some sort of capacity, do that and music simultaneously? What's the general advice there?
Well, I don't want to be the person to tell somebody to drop out of school, but I'll say whatever.
No, not drop out of school. Let's say they just graduated from high school.
Okay.
And they have to make the next decision in their life. Do you tell a person go straight into the music? Or do you tell a person do music and some sort of education if they can further their education at the same time? What's the general advice there?
My advice I would say to follow your dream. Whatever you dream about, if it's music, I say try to do the music. If it's you want to be a lawyer, you know you need to be in school to be a lawyer, so do what you have to do to be that lawyer. Whatever you dream about, chase that dream. That's what I would say. That's what I think a lot of people are, afraid to do sometimes. But chase your dream. I think you get where you need to be.
Both parents still in your life?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good terms with both?
Yeah, shout out to Mom, shout out to my pops, man.
Now, you grew up with your grandparents, both grandmother and grandfather?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you eventually lived with your mother at the age of 11. You still continued to see your dad from time to time.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But did you have another male figure in your life?
Oh, yeah, my stepfather.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope, too.
Good relationship with your stepfather?
Yeah, man. He brought me into football.
I've spoke to some people that had horrible relationships with their step-parents. What made yours such a good experience? Is there any way you can pinpoint that, somebody watching? Do you think it was just natural chemistry between you guys? Because, I mean, you've seen some of these movies.
Yeah.
You know how, the step-parent comes in and then the kid tries to, try to get rid of the step-parent somehow, so they kind of get into some mischief to get rid of, you've seen these type of movies before.
Yeah.
So how was it for you? Like, you just generally just gelled chemistry-wise with this person and it made things easy, or? Because it can be awkward for some people, too. Some people never take a liking to their step-parent. Some people, can hold that step-parent relationship against that step-parent.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not my real dad, mother. You can't tell me what to... these type of things that can come up.
Nah, I say my stepdad, he loves sports, and then, I love sports, so we connected real good off the sports. Like I said, he introduced me to football. I started playing football when I first met him. Everybody called him Coach Giles back at home, so we connected through sports, and then we always had a great bond because of the sports. Yeah,
what about as far as siblings? Are you the only child?
Oh, no, man. I got 5 brothers, 2 sisters. Shout out to all my brothers and my sisters.
Where do you fit on that ladder? Towards the oldest, the middle, the youngest?
I would say in the middle. My 4 older brothers, Renard, Kevin, Michael, Denzel. Then I have a younger brother who's playing football at Campbell University, Dre. Then my 2 sisters are younger than me, Maya and Essence.
Anyone else in your family raps aside yourself, or just you?
Oh, yeah. My brother Denzel, he's a great artist. Erica, she's a great artist. I got a lot of friends, too, who make music, too.
Have you guys collabed? Not your friends, but have you and your family members collabed on music together?
Oh, yeah. Me and my brother made some tracks, yeah. Yes, sir. We got some fire.
With some family members, it can be competitive to each other. Some family members, it can be a supportive thing. Was it more competitive between your family members when it comes to the music, or was it more of a supportive route?
I say supportive. My brother, he's a part of the team. He helps me with my music a lot. He believes in me, so he's been pushing me to the limit. So push me as far as I can go. So he's been supportive, hella supportive.
Aside from your brother, what does your family think about your rap career?
They loving it. The route we taking right now, everything's going good. So everybody's behind me. I got a strong support system. So they just want me to do the right things. That's all.
Parents supportive?
Yeah, my parents supportive.
Supportive right away, or did they have to warm up to it?
Warm up to it. My mom's. She's still warming up to it.
Oh, she's still in warm-up mode.
Yeah, man. She is.
What do you think the turning point is, though, that kind of got him more supportive at this point than maybe when you first started?
Well, she heard a song, and it was, I made like a clean song, and then she liked it. She was like, as long as I'm doing positive things with the music, she don't have no issue with it, you know.
Has she heard the songs with the cussing in it?
To be honest, I really even cuss in my music. I try to keep a, you know, nice clean image sometimes, so yeah.
So you don't really cuss in your music then?
No, I don't. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah.
Now, why make that choice?
I don't know, I just want to be, well, I do know.
Explicit lyrics and explicit content is, if I had to guess, I would say probably like 95%, maybe a higher percentage of the music in urban music, I would say, is explicit material.
Yeah, I'm
Why are you part of that 5% or maybe even a higher percentage?
I'm just trying to keep like a positive image, you know. I want to reach out to the younger crowds a lot, just let them know, like, you don't always got to be that. Not saying nothing wrong with it, you know. You always have to be that hood type, you know. You always got to talk down on the women. You always got to, everybody, a lady don't always got to be, you know, a bitch or, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Do you, when it comes to the music, do people notice your music is clean or positive? Or is it just like kind of camouflaged with music that's out there right now? Like if somebody were to listen to your music right now, would they just assume, oh, it's just like everything else? Or would they, you know, this guy's music, it's different. It's clean, it's positive, and we notice it.
I would say both. It's camouflage, but I have some people come up to me and say, I like the music you're making. They tell me to keep going, you know? Yeah. So.
Are you ever, I mean, you said you rarely, so there are times where you have used explicit lyrics or content?
Yeah, it's been sometimes, but yeah, you know, yeah.
For the most part,
yeah,
mostly clean.
Yes, sir.
So is there like a parental advisory sticker on your projects, or no, not really?
Nah, not really. Not really.
Ever tempted to use explicit content or lyrics?
Yeah, all the time. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
What keeps you from doing it?
I would say trying to remember what type of image I'm trying to have, that positive, you know, just, yeah, I'll say that, just trying to have that positive image.
This is a self-motivated thing, or is it like people around you trying to, hey, let's do the positive thing?
Self-motivated. I'm trying to be different, you know?
What about the N-word? What's your stance on the N-word? Do you use that in your music, or no? Do you stay away from that?
Yeah, I have used it in my music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. What about when somebody wants to do a feature? Let's say you are a positive person, you use clean lyrics, but let's say somebody on the feature wants to be explicit or, you know, use their explicit lyrics. Do you tell that person, hey, let's keep it clean and positive for this song, or do you just let a person do them and you're the positive, clean one, or how does that work?
If the song is hot, most likely I'm gonna do the track, but I don't never really tell nobody how to write their music. I just stay true to who I am. Yeah. I don't ever really tell nobody what to say on the song. Because if the song is hot, I'm gonna hop on it.
Now, when it comes to your parents, we talked about what they think of the music. What do they think of the music?
My parents, they love what I'm doing. They love my sound. They love my music. They've been supporting me.
Okay, they have.
Pushing me.
All right. Have they had a chance to see you perform live yet?
Yeah, my dad and my mom, they see me perform.
What was their reaction?
Well, my dad, he think he young, so he just be everywhere like us. Like he one of the young kids. He always lit. My mom she was proud. She was proud. She, you know, well, she always knew I had energy, but yeah, she was proud.